Hello there, and welcome back to another episode of Daily Magic. My name is SlytherinKnight, and I'm so happy you could join me. So today's new daily is to cast 20 blue or black spells. We're going to be focusing more on the blue side of that, because I saw a deck today that kind of grabbed my attention. That's right, an Azorius Artifacts deck. Now, towards the beginning of the season, I tried using one of these, and it really just didn't work for me. But I am always willing to give an idea another shot, mainly because in the past, some artifact decks have actually been really good for me, or at least I've had fun with them, and that's what I find the most important. Anyway, for those of you who saw that episode, which I kind of doubt, it's been a while since we used an Azorius Artifacts deck, this will look fairly similar, with one of the main cards being Mendicant Core, Guidelight. Once you hit max speed, you can copy artifacts you play for one generic. Very nice. We have Unctus, which gives all of our artifacts +1/+1, and all of our blue creatures, when they get tapped, you can draw a card and discard a card, which is kind of nice. And you have to, it does say draw a card, then discard, so it's not a you may do this. Some of the newer ideas here, we have Gold-Forged, how would you say that? Thopteryx? Yeah, Thopteryx. It's a flying lifelink. Each legendary permanent you control has Ward 2, which really only counts towards Mendicant and Unctus, but that's still kind of nice. It adds a little bit of protection towards these cards. And this is also kind of a good target for our Zoetic Glyph, because this becomes a 5/4 flying with lifelink, and still a legendary permanent, and still legendary permanents you control get Ward 2. So, just a nice little addition there. Spyglass Siren and Novice Inspector are here primarily because they generate artifacts, which helps power up Metatect, and also helps get Case of the Filched Falcon to its solved condition, which is nice. Nesting Bot is, hopefully we can get this like on turn 1 so that we can get our engines started, so we can hopefully get to that max speed as quickly as possible. Some other cards that are a little different, we have Dusk Rose Reliquary. Main reason for this is because we'll have plenty of stuff to sacrifice. A Nesting Bot is also good because it creates a token when it dies. And yeah, this is a 1-drop plus a sacrifice, removal with Ward 2, which is just not bad, and it's an artifact, so it counts towards Mendicant. Get Lost, standard removal for white, same thing with Sheltered by Ghost. One card that I didn't talk about is Diversion Unit. Not a bad card, flying, 2 power, 1 toughness, but its real thing is that for 1 blue and sacrificing this creature, you can counter target instant or sorcery spell, unless its controller pays 3. So, a nice way to kind of deal with sweepers, if you can have this on the field. So, not a bad idea, right? Other than that, that's pretty much it. So, to be honest, I have no idea how this is going to go. It really does completely depend on who we are paired up against, so fingers crossed, right? Either way, let's give it a shot. We're kind of at that point in the season for me that I really am just playing whatever I find interesting. And don't get me wrong, I very much would prefer to win my matches, but yeah. Okay, so this is interesting. We have a Novice Inspector to start with, which is good. I do like that. I was going to say, going second's not the best, but we can work with it. So now I can sacrifice that for Dusk Rose Reliquary, if need be. Doesn't appear to be the case, though. At least not right off. Okay. Another get lost, that's fine. We'll do that. I'm going to go ahead and Zoetic Glyph. Nice thing about Zoetic Glyph is that when it leaves, you discover 3, which isn't bad. A lot of our stuff, I don't think we have anything higher than 3 mana value. So, what'd you give me? That works. Sure. Let's go ahead and case of the Filched Falcon. That is unfortunate. Yeah, means I don't get my token from that. Oh, hello. Glad I held on to the get losts. Yes, no thank you. I kind of want to do this, but it's not gonna help anything. So let's just go with the Zoetic Glyph instead. Yeah, this wouldn't have actually helped anything. It can next turn, however. I can always sacrifice the Novice Inspector as well, which is a good option if I want to use the Dusk Rose. What do they have that they're not saying? Okay. Perhaps nothing. Okay. Apply this. Another up the beanstalk, okay. They took the life there, so they don't really have anything else worth playing that's multicolor, I'm guessing. Force me to get rid of something. I guess, are they floundering? Is that all they got? They have to have something else, right? Well, technically, they have 3 mana to work with. Because, Ancient Cornucopia counts. And get rid of Zoetic Glyph. Oh, they're going to return a Zoetic Glyph. Okay. They did just get a lot of options, so that is something to be weary of. Yeah, they did just get a lot of options in their hand. Of course, I do have both Dusk Rose and a Get Lost. Another Cornucopia. Another Elsh. Okay. And that's everything. So that should be game. They pull another land they can play, or did they already play their land for the... There it is. Surveil. Activates twice because of Mother of Machines. Oh no, they still have, yeah, they still have 1 mana. There they go. No, it was, okay, sure. I mean, there's no real way they could have known that I had what I had. Oh, well, actually, it didn't matter. My clue is a flyer. I actually forgot about that. Yeah, I completely forgot. 5/5, they're done. Alright, not too bad. Not too bad, I'm actually kind of surprised. Pleasantly surprised, but surprised all the same. Nice. That did help us complete the play 25 lands. Looks like we have a pack to open. I think it was a Mastery Orb and a, yes, card style for, what is that? Streaking Oil Gorger? Okay, so 5 mana value vampire with flying and haste. When you have max speed, I believe the creature gets lifelink, which is not bad, I guess. All right, well, let's do another match. Yeah, let's go ahead and do another match, and then we'll wrap things up with that pack to open. I'm gonna hold on to this. I don't like it per se, because I have nothing to really start with, but we are going first. Okay, we'll do this. Okay. I want to have a blue, some blue up so I can activate that ability. Though then again, it being summoning sick, I might not be able to. Might have to rely on the Get Lost and the Shelter by Ghosts. Okay, what did they do? They plotted Outcast. Okay. Let's go ahead and do this then. Keep up the mana for Get Lost, or potentially a Diversion Unit. Either or. Though I had assumed they would play Outcast, and then they would play something for 4 mana, or 5 if they have a land to play. Okay. It's gonna be red or green. Green. Yaris. Yeah, I don't want that. Yeah, go ahead and draw your card. A Fabled Passage. And a Llanowar Elf, okay. Go ahead and get rid of that. Pulls that to being summoning sick. Very nice. As is, obviously. I'll keep some mana back for Get Lost, or to activate Diversion Unit. Alright, that's fine. They're gonna buff it up. That works. Another Llanowar Elf. Didn't want it. Go ahead and activate it again, yeah. Tap your Llanowar Elf. Smuggler's Surprise, okay. So that's their game. Alright, so 5 lands, 1 extra mana with Llanowar Elf, so 6 total. Anything above a 4-cost, again, it has to be something that's other than a creature spell. That is the one negative about the unit here. Let's go ahead and play this. Honestly, I have enough to take them out. But let's see what they do. Can't activate that yet. Okay, here it comes. Smuggler's Surprise. Nope. Alright. Now, what were they using that for? Creatures control with power 4 or greater gain hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. That wasn't going to do anything. But they also did... Or did they you may put 2, yeah, they had to have done that one. You had to put 2 cards from their hand onto the field to act as blockers, I guess. But, yeah. That actually completely justifies the use of Diversion Unit right there. Alright, not bad at all. And we got an achievement. We got an achievement for Battalion Tactics, which I think that is, yeah, attack with 3 or more creatures 100 times over any number of games. Very cool. Alright, well, yeah, we'll wrap things up today. 2 matches, 2 wins. Wasn't expecting that, but I will definitely take it. Go ahead and do this as well. It's a white. Oh, it's a Color Mastery white achievement. I guess that makes sense. White has a lot of tokens, so we'll take it. Doesn't actually get us anything, but working our way towards no rest. No rest, no mercy, no matter what. Anyway, we do have a pack to open, so let's get to that. Ooh, a mythic. Something good, I hope. Nothing new in our commons and uncommons, but maybe something new here? No. Hazoret, Godseeker. That's unfortunate. I did have a deck at one point that used this. I just I couldn't get anything to work with it, even outside of recordings. I just could not really get it to work for me. So, I mean, I'll take it, whatever. It's whatever. Anyway, with that, we're going to go ahead and wrap things up. If you enjoyed this episode, which I do sincerely hope you did, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button down below. And if you do happen to be new to the channel, hello, welcome, and please do consider subscribing. And to stay up to date for whenever new content is released, don't forget to hit that bell icon after you subscribe. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you all next time.